I think the best example of that is in my novel, The Source, in which I'm dealing with the digging of this well in a place like Hatzor in northern Israel. And anybody who was doing that would ultimately come into contact with King David. And so my boy comes into contact with King David. And I try to show David as a troubled king, as a worried king, as a king who, late in his life, told his prime ministers to go out through Israel and find him a couple of nice 17-year-old girls, that he was lonely. A king who sent his prime general into the front line so that the general would be killed, so that David could inherit the general's widow. That's my David. And I'm entitled to do that because I know David intimately. I know everything about him that a man like me could know within the limits of my knowledge. And so I will use David to elucidate this whole period, but I will not fake him. I will not give him resounding statements of what we're going to do about the people living out in the desert when there's no evidence he ever even bothered with that. That's a tricky gambit. And I've fallen on my face sometimes, as in Centennial, when I wrote about the marriage of Winston Churchill, parents, his father, to this wonderful daughter of a New York jeweler, Jenny Jerome. I have him out there looking for Jenny Jerome, I think, 8 years after he married her. I'm ashamed of that. I'm disgusted with myself, but I don't do it too often.